When I was 12 years old, I taught myself how to code computers and built my own video game that sold for $500. I went from near poverty to becoming an overnight millionaire and risking every dollar on my life's purpose to create an impact on the future of humanity's destiny. I've been nicknamed the real-life Tony Stark as the 54th richest person in the world with a net worth of $20.3 billion. I was born on June 28, 1971 in Pretoria, South Africa. We were a family of four, with my younger brother Kimball, my father, who was an electromechanical engineer, and my mother, who was a model and dietitian. From a very early age, my family saw how different I was compared to those around me. I'd often daydream to the point that I would forget my surroundings and not hear a single word being said to me. And instead of going out to play with friends, I'd be in the library, reading novels, mainly science fiction, with The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy as my greatest influence, comic books, or playing Dungeons and Dragons. I was every bit the definition of an introvert and geek. Because I was labeled a geek, I was the target at school and would regularly get beaten up. One day I got bullied to the point where I was bloodied and thrown down a set of concrete stairs, causing me to lose consciousness and being sent to the hospital. To make matters worse, my parents divorced and my brother and I lived with our father while our mother moved to Canada. I found light in the darkness in the form of a computer. When I turned 12, I got my first computer and instantly loved everything about it. I wanted a better one, so I decided to teach myself computer coding and built a game called Blastar that sold to a PC magazine for $500. It may not seem like a lot of money, but for a 12-year-old to build a computer game when computers were still a very new thing, it's pretty unique. Before I turned 18, I decided to move to Canada and live with my mom, but things didn't go as planned, causing me to work odd jobs and living in a youth hostel. I was lost and soon realized doing this would never bring me closer to my goals or dreams. So I enrolled at Queen's University and transferred to the University of Pennsylvania, graduating with a double major in economics and physics. It was there I found my interest in the internet, renewable energy, and space exploration. I thought about getting a PhD in physics and was accepted into Stanford, but something greater caught my attention: the internet bubble. I knew I had to be a part of it, and after 2 days at Stanford, I dropped out to pursue my entrepreneurial ambitions. I had nothing, no money, home, or job, and all I had was an indescribable drive. I asked my father for a loan because my brother and I wanted to start our own company, Zip2. It was an online city guide providing content for various newspapers. Like every startup, it wasn't easy. The office we rented and worked out of was also where we were living. I slept on the couch or sometimes the floors, switching off of my brother. It took a few difficult years before our company slowly began to grow and gain profit. But in 1999, Compaq Computer bought our company, Zip2, for $300 million in cash and stock options. We were now a part of Silicon Valley, joining others in the tech bubble that had exploded. Armed with enough cash to start my next project, I invested more than half of my money into co-founding X.com. You know it as PayPal. And PayPal was a money transfer service done entirely on the internet, something never before imagined. This all happened in 1999 when online money transfers were unheard of. Banks and investors didn't believe in the idea, stating it wouldn't be secure enough or that people wouldn't feel comfortable putting their money online. But with my close team of young and ambitious computer coders, we built PayPal into a billion-dollar company, and we were given the nickname PayPal Mafia. Many of us have since founded or become CEOs for multi-million and billion-dollar tech companies, including LinkedIn, YouTube, Yelp, and Reddit, to name a few, with 6 of us becoming tech billionaires. In 2002, eBay bought PayPal for $1.5 billion, with my portion earning me $165 million. You'd think that much money would make me stop working, but it didn't. No amount of money could fill my childhood dreams in changing humanity. I have always looked up to the stars, wanting to travel to different planets and extend humankind's reach. At the same time, I've always wanted to help solve humanity's problems. I traveled to Moscow looking to purchase old rockets to refurbish and use, but they were charging me far too much money, with their engineers laughed in my face. Returning empty-handed, I came to the realization that rockets didn't need to cost or be so wasteful if correctly built. Investing my own $100 million, I did the unthinkable. I built my own rocket company with the goal to create a true spacefaring civilization. It would be named SpaceX. And at the same time, I co-founded an electric car company, putting in another $70 million. Friends were calling me crazy, saying there was no better way to lose all of my fortunes. It didn't matter to me. And because throughout my life, I've always risked everything for what I believed in, and I never give up. 6 years later, with rocket after rocket exploding or failing its launch purpose, it got to the point that I had to borrow money from friends to pay for rent. I had gone from millionaire to this. You see, we only planned for 3 rocket launches, and when all 3 didn't go as planned, I had nothing left. Not only this, but the electric car company I helped create was unable to make any working cars. With the help of last-minute investors, we managed to bring together just enough money for one final launch. If this rocket failed, we wouldn't have enough money to continue, and there would be no SpaceX. When that 4th rocket ignited, time stood still. Our heads stared up towards Earth's horizons with not a single sound made. And when we saw our rocket reach Earth's orbit, the entire room roared. We became the first privately funded rocket company to reach Earth's orbit. Not only this, but our rockets are reusable, programmed to self-land after every launch. We had done it. After the launch, NASA called us with a $1.6 billion contract to send supplies into space. My goals to advance humankind are slowly becoming a reality as we plan to launch our first rockets to Mars by 2024 and create a spacefaring civilization. I became CEO of the electric car company I invested in, and within 10 years, Tesla Motors is the most influential and revolutionizing electric car company, producing the fastest, safest, and autonomously driven electric cars in the world. That's right. I not only built my own rocket company, but built one of the world's leading electric car companies, changing the entire automotive industry during a time when everyone said it wouldn't work. I continue to go against traditional thought by building and investing in what some may say is a waste or don't make money: solar panel farms producing clean energy and new modes of transportation to lower traffic congestion like the Hyperloop. All of this because I believe in advancing humanity for the better. Money was not my objective, nor fame, nor power. It was always about the purpose. There was a point, like you, when I was worth nothing to some, but I believed in my own self-worth, my abilities, my goals, and my dreams. I wanted a better world, one without the worries of climate change, and one that pushed humankind beyond Earth. I took a chance on what I believed would help others and went from being worth millions to nearly nothing, and now billions. I was beaten by other kids, laughed at by rocket engineers, told to my face that my ideas wouldn't work. But as I went through all of this, I kept my head high and continued to stare at the stars, never stopping in my dreams to create a better world. I never gave up, didn't listen to those who tried to put me down, worked hard, and believed in helping the world. My name is Elon Musk, and I founded Tesla Motors and SpaceX.